All right, what's up? In this video, I'm going to go through and build a lead list of marketing agencies, of thousands of marketing agencies within just a couple of minutes. And I'm also going to be doing a series as well over the next few days on different industries and how to build lead lists within Apollo specifically, so that you can use that for whatever industry that you're actually targeting. It's going to be really basically to the point and show you exactly what to do step by step. So let's get started. I'm going to move my face out the way first thing. So this is if you are targeting marketing agencies. You could be an outbound agency, you could be someone else like a freelancer, anything like that. And you're looking to target marketing agencies. So for this example, I'm going to show you for the US, but it could also be for Europe, for Australia, Pacific region, anything like that, right? So what we're going to do first, we're not going to bother with companies. We're just going to go straight to people. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to start first with job titles. So who is it exactly that we're targeting? What are the personas? Who are they, right? In most cases, and I say most cases, you obviously want to target the decision maker. And for this example, also going to be targeting smaller companies. All right. So this is going to be up until 50 employees. So with this, you're probably going to be talking to founders, most likely some kind of C-suite. If, for example, you're reaching out to like the marketing department, it could be marketing director, head of marketing. It could be head of sales, head of business development, things like that. So you're just going to put all of the job titles in that could potentially work. And then you're going to also remove ones that could come up as, extra people that kind of fit that, but don't necessarily, we don't want to target those people. So like assistants, it could be like assistant to business owner or something like that. And that will still come up, but we want to remove those because we don't want to contact those people. So quite literally, we would business owner is the first one I would go with. This is probably going to be quite an exhaustive list. So we're going to go with founder, we're going to go CEO. Founder will also show up, co-founder as well. We're going to do COO, potentially. A lot of marketing agencies may not have them, but you never know. CMO, we're going to put marketing director, head of marketing. We're going to do head of sales, marketing manager. Tends to be a good one, actually. A lot of marketing managers, for some reason, at smaller companies, they tend to be like the only person in charge of marketing. So they usually are connected to the decision maker or the decision maker. We're going to put branding manager as well, potentially. Who else? We could do head of business development. So we're going to leave it like that for now. So we've got 1.6 million. Obviously, this is worldwide. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go location, and we're going to first sift by the account. So we want to make sure that the company is registered in that place. So in this scenario, we're going to use United States. And obviously, if you want to make it more specific, you can also put in, like, I don't know, you want to only target marketing agencies in New York, for example. You can do that as well. But we're also, once we've got the account as United States, it's going to take all the companies that have their headquarters located in the United States. And then we're also going to do it on the contact level. So the reason why we want to do it on the contact level as well is because if you are doing a campaign to, say, the US, and you're targeting mainly people in New York, for example, a lot of these companies are going to have remote workers, and those remote workers might be in a completely separate or different time zone. And obviously, if you're targeting people at a certain hour, for New York, it could be the morning if they're on the other side of the world, or it could be middle of the night, right? So we don't want to necessarily do that, but we also still want to capture those people. So you can build a separate list of those people after you've built the initial list, and you can combine them and then segment it. You can segment that list instead of combining them. You can segment it. So you target people who work for an American company, but they work in, I don't know, Europe, right? And if you're sending emails at US morning, US afternoon, it's probably going to be Europe nighttime, or it's going to be Australia, like middle of the night, right? So it just depends on the contact location as well. But you also don't want to not contact them because they still work for that marketing agency, right? You just want to do it at the right time. So you want to make sure that you segment it. So you might have to build two lists in that sense. So the next thing you want to do is, here we would just put United States again. So this is going to be people that have work for a company registered in the US, but then also are based in the US. And this is obviously based on their LinkedIn data as well. So it may not always be 100% accurate, which is why you still want to create a separate list if you still want to target those people. So we've got now US account and the contact as well. And then number of employees. So for this particular example, I'm going to just show sort of small to medium marketing agencies, sort of anywhere from 1 to 50 employees. You can also do a custom range as well if you really want to, but I'm just going to do it like that for now. Then this is a really important section. I'm just going to remove the revenue. I'm not sure why that's there. So this is a really important section. So a lot of times, if you just go marketing and advertising, right, we might get, for example, 63K companies within the US. So because sometimes these industries aren't categorized properly, you can play around with this a little bit more, and you could go and include the keywords itself, right? So you see, if we just include the keyword, we've actually got way more searches, so we're able to reach a wider part of the market. Obviously, we'll still filter it down, and we could go advertising, and we could go marketing agency, like that. Now, the other thing as well that we want to do is we want to make sure that we select SEO description. So this isn't just companies that have that word in the company name or the social media tag. We want to make sure that it's actually in the SEO description as well. Social media description is less accurate. SEO description tends to be a bit more accurate in my experience. And we could just do like, so you can see here that there's 104K companies. So we just want to have a quick look through and just double check that these are all like marketing agencies basically and not something else. So we're going to have a look, and you want to do a little bit of this manual checking. So this is marketing. Yeah, this is all good. Marketing agency, advertising agency, marketing agency for students, or something like that. A marketing agency here. Okay, great, cool. So this is kind of working. So you can see now that these are all like good fits potentially. And so yeah, so you've got a bunch of good fits here. The next thing you want to do is you want to go and exclude keywords. So, and this is not an extensive list of keywords. You could actually do like digital. You could do, you could do all sorts. I'm not sure where my camera's gone. You could do all sorts. So you could play around with the keywords, but for now, I'm just going to show you like just put in those basic things. You could again also include keywords like video production, content creation. Actually, let's just do that. Video production, content creation. Let's try social media marketing. So content creation, social media marketing, SEO. Then we could do paid media, paid advertising. This is paddy, not paid, but yeah, you get the point. So paid advertising. See what else we could do. Social media, search engine marketing. What else? Let's see, Google ads, Facebook ads. So yeah, you can see this isn't going up now because most of them have probably been captured. But then we want to make sure that we're excluding keywords. So the ones I usually exclude are things like software, things like technology. You can see that already, like all of these have gone down massively. Platform, because a lot of times, like software companies and marketing companies could pretty much go together in these lists because the software company might include keywords like marketing in their SEO description or in their, anywhere that, Apollo would scrape from. So you want to remove that. I also remove recruitment as well. I remove consultant. So you can see how it's going down quite a lot. Let's try digital agency. Could also do branding. Just do website design. So yeah, you can see how these are going up as well. So let's see. Yeah, that's I think that's a pretty good list so far. And then next, what you want to do is I would actually leave email status open. So you can just get verified emails. So when I say verified, it's basically Apollo just checks it. But you still want to put it through a verification tool. Guest is obviously guest. And then NA means that they don't actually have the email address. So you don't necessarily, I would leave it open because what we actually do is we export and scrape this list. And then you'll put it into Clay, and then in Clay you can enrich everything from there. So that's what I would recommend doing, and then you can get better data coverage if you actually enrich it in Clay. So leave that open. You can also sort by technologies here as well, but I'll do that for other lists that I build. But for a marketing agency, you don't necessarily need to do that unless you're targeting agencies that work with, like, I don't know, they work with HubSpot or something. So, and you could be a software company that helps marketing agencies do XYZ, or anything along those lines. So I would leave those open. You can see here that we've got a pretty extensive list, and we've got about 45,000 leads. We're just going to click on a few, and we're just going to double check. And I would even do it on a couple of other pages. So let's just go to page 5, for example, and then just click on like 2 or 3 and see what they look like. And if they look good, digital marketing, that sounds good. Marketing. That's more marketing. And yeah, that's perfect. So every single one of those is a marketing agency. So this list looks pretty good, and that's even on separate pages. So even if you have like an 8 or 9 out of 10, like let's just say you open up 10 companies and 8 or 9 of them are good, then the list is basically like 80 to 90% good. Now, obviously, out of this list, you are probably going to have, I don't know, let's say anywhere from probably going to have like 60 to 70% of these emails that are here are going to actually be verified emails. So once you pull this list, there are going to be some where it allows you to access their email, and then there's going to be some that doesn't show their email. This is where you pull the list, you put it into Clay, you then verify the emails that it already has, and then for the next step, you would then try to find the emails for the ones that it doesn't have. And overall, then you verify those emails again. And then once you've got, that's your final list that you'll have there. So we should have 0.7 times 45,000. Yeah, so you should have about 30 to 35,000 of these contacts would basically be your lead list. And if you're contacting anywhere from, let's say, 500 to 1,000 a day, then that means you're probably going to be able to get through you're going to have a list like this for about 2 months, which then you can reuse. So if you're targeting the US and you're targeting marketing agencies, this is an incredibly good way of pulling all of these leads. And then you can export 10K at a time. You can also, if you want to, there's a website called Magically Genius, I believe. Magically Genius, Apollo Scraper. And they did a really good job. So you basically input your lead list link, and then it will pull the lead list, and it will tell you. So for example, I'm just going to put test@gmail.com, Apollo search URL. So you can actually just go here and pull this and go in there. And then if we were to do, let's just say we did 20,000 leads, that would be, is that 20,000? Yeah. 20,000 leads would be $80. And if we wanted to pull the whole list, so we wanted to pull 45,000, that'd be $135. So out of these 45,000, like I said, you get probably 30,000 contacts, 30 to 35,000 contacts that you can then put in your email sequencer. And you can quite literally get that for the cost of Apollo plus this, which would be, $135, plus Apollo is like $175 for a list of 30 to 35,000 verified marketing agencies and like the decision makers there. So I think that's pretty damn good in terms of price. So this is a good way of building the list because Apollo is only going to allow you to export up to 10,000, whereas with here you can export a lot more. So I would definitely recommend using this Leads Magically. I used them once before so far, so I just discovered them, but they were really good, and they'll send you the lead list within sort of like an hour or so. Really good service. But yeah, that's how I would build the list, and that's how I would do it. So hopefully it's been useful. If you want to check out our services and what we offer, then feel free to book in a call below. And I'll speak to you soon. Bye.